Someone made this point, and this is just a habit I picked up over the years, unfortunately, from being an interviewer, which is when someone talks, you nod to like make them feel like, you know, what they're saying makes sense, you know. And the problem is they said that apparently I was nodding while I myself was on the screen talking as a talking head in the thing, as I was listening like, yeah. Which would be on point for my character, right?
Yeah. I agree with what this man is saying. Well, getting into it now. Chaos on the CT side, Mad Lions on the T side. Quick yard play here from Mad Lions, trying to get in and looking for a fight. Bait and switch, surprise, surprise, it comes from on high, it's Roy.
Oh, Lord.
2 kills.
That's one thing you could not afford to happen.
Ooh, long range though.
On CT side Nuke, to lose people for free like that, yikes. That's brutal. You can't let them start with the pistol, man.
We knew it. We knew Thorin was a zoomer all along.
The way that first map went, if you're Chaos, the team talk is, it's okay, you know, we're going to start CT side Nuke, we get a big roll, we get double-digit rounds, put the pressure on them to win the game.
What? Where did those bullets go? Well, he hits that one, so fair enough. Sick finds A-Core. Bombs are ticking, and this round is done. Mad Lions just looking to get some more money here. Would have been nice if A-Core had survived. Obviously trying to get up to that op as fast as possible, but they are just going to try and close in on Sig. Does he get to hold on to his Kevlar? There's the full flash, and Bubsky finds it. So, Mad Lions with the pistol on the T side of Nuke.
Yeah, and the worrying thing here, if you're Chaos, is it goes without saying you needed to keep them to a very minimal amount of T-side rounds to make the game easier for yourself, so you don't have to push that boulder up the hill on T-side. And the problem is, Mad Lions, even in their first game, the way when they lost to Havu in the opener, they still had like an 11-4 CT half in that game, and that was the first game on land with the Cillian, so it's not going to be a good state of affairs for the guys from Chaos at this point.
It's a real shock to the confidence here for Chaos. Early nades obviously coming through, and a little bit of Vanity playing aggressive on ramp. Now we get into the standoff. Cillian, he's got the prepared flash, just waiting. Lined it up. Vanity is close though. He's going for the peak, but there it is. Flashes on through. One comes close, and it is a bit of a stack on ramp, and Roy just helping out with that AK, finds one, gets the second, and it is going to be the cleanup, but that was a little dicey there for a moment. Steel, it's your time to shine, buddy. There's one. Oh, I thought he was going to get the second, but spacing was good for the remaining 2.
And actually, the guy who died second to last there, Voltage, is the player that I'm really looking for on the CT side for Chaos here, because this is one of the reasons why it's going to be so rough. Like, when they were saying from that interview where Steel was sort of like daring you, like, pick Nuke against me, basically pulling like an exist in that sense.
Right.
The problem is he meant with his real team, with Smooya, etc. The last thing you want with a stand-in is to try and play a CT side of Nuke. This guy was your AWPer as well. There's no way he can be comfortable. He's just got to do what he can.
And especially, I mean, Smooya in particular was pretty clutch on this map, so you've lost a heavy hitter.
Yeah, this is a big map as well.
Yep, there goes the vent dive. Straight on down from Bubsky. Now a key player on the team. Bubsky catches Steel, so that's just, I mean, really going to be annoying here for Chaos now. It's true, we missed the Rat King here. But I'm sure we're not alone, Chaos. Probably wishing they had their AWPer as well. I mean, big shout out to Voltage, obviously, for standing in. I'm sure they are appreciative. It is going to be Mad Lions just waltzing their way out. Vanity does find a kill on Bubsky, and Voltage, funnily enough, thought it was going to be a very clean round, and it turns out that it gets a little bit more expensive than Mad Lions were hoping for.
All right, then.
Yeah. And there it is. So, 3 rounds on the board for Mad Lions at the beginning of this map on Nuke. And Chaos now finally, after the rounds of Eco, will have the money to buy. We should get the AWP up on the Volt. Do we get a double? Steel hesitating. There'd be Insanity. There's the Kevlar. And no, it will be rifles across the board. Now, do we see a change of pace from Mad Lions, or do they just keep trying to put the pressure on very quickly here at the beginning of the rounds? A lot of presence out here in Yard for Chaos. Oh. Roy missing it.
Oh, this nade.
Oh, no way! And Vanity, he trades 1 for 1. Shush
This
is
is
gonna
one of
open up
those
ramp.
when it rains it pours moment. Now you're even dying just from straight up utility without even getting a gunfight against the guy on CT side of Nuke. Give me a break.
I know, on the buy as well, where you got the rifles, you're just hoping. And the answer is no. Mad Lions now look to be in full control of the situation. A little bit of an opportunity there for Sick perhaps to push Hut.
And actually, one thing that Mad Lions, considering they obviously could have lost that first map, one thing they've done well over both maps on their T side is they never ever actually have to face anyone pushing up on them. The CT's just on their side of the map. That's a dream if you're a tactical team. You never have to be worried about a weird flank, 2 people pushing up on someone who's the key guy who's going to throw a flash. You just sit back and do your side of the game. That's one area actually I'm a bit surprised by, Kiss. I thought that's where you would add a bit of uncertainty to the game. That's where you increase the variance.
Well, Molly's all across the lower site for Mad Lions. Nobody can accuse them of not being thorough. They're taking their time. They're taking advantage of the nade utility. And now, lower bomb site going to be taken full control of here for Mad Lions. They're going to get the bomb down, and Chaos are going to be looking to save some guns.
Yeah, if I'm Mad Lions, I'm sending 2 people to hunt right now. If we even take 1 gun from them, that could be the next round like 80% secured. It's worth it. Look at your money. Just send the people, send the guy with the AK basically. As long as you don't lose the Krieg.
Yeah, just don't lose any Kriegs, exactly.
That's actually one area people don't really mention when they complain about how OP the Krieg is. To be fair, there are scenarios like that where sometimes it means someone maybe actually wouldn't do something because they don't want to give the Krieg away. There's already too many T rounds though, if you're Chaos. You can't just go 4-0. Like, you're not just going to run it back and win 11 in a row.
At the beginning of the half, no less.
Because look at this choice they're being forced to make again. Like, someone's going to get an ass by right now.
Oh. Okay. They're doing some of the same thing that we saw them do on Dust 2. Holding onto the 3 guns, and then it's just a half buy for the rest of them. Oh, Voltage!
We even saw him.
It's traded immediately.
Unfortunately, that gun's gone. You want to get to that.
That's the AWP gone on top of Garage. Steel is hanging out around here, hoping perhaps that maybe he can make the jump over. I don't know. There's no way. 4 players out in yard. He's getting forced back with the mollies. He's in the open. He doesn't know where to go. He's got the hot beat. He's getting naded too. Not a shred of mercy here from Mad Lions, but he might have managed to thread the needle here. Sick steps in, takes down
this
Roy.
This is doable right now.
This is big. He just holds off
That's
on
the
the
bomb.
angle. That's
bomb down. It doesn't even matter that you lost that up on the roof now.
Wow. Krieg, 1 Krieg, 2 Kriegs, an AK, and Vanity obviously can't get up fast enough to pick up the AWP.
Yeah, it initially looked bad actually. Like, obviously, look, when you see here. So, yeah, Aiko actually saw it. We were watching his screen there. To get traded initially looked really bad because you lose the AWP. There's no way you're going to get to it. But I think Mad Lions actually maybe outthought themselves there because going really, really slow looked like they wanted to control that gun. They wanted to stay as a unit. That's actually what ended up screwing them, though, because that really slow push through outside is what allowed the guy who was in the garage to get that ridiculous kill in the back. Make it chaotic.
What's crazy now is that it could not have gone better for Chaos, because look, now they saved 4 guns.
Yep.
So they just, well, 3 guns. So that means like they've got 3 guys who can buy. Even if it goes south in the next round, they've revitalized their economy.
And you've hard stopped the outside push, so was Mad Lions really going to go back to that again? Obviously, Aiko has the AWP still, but he hasn't had a kill this game. This time, Steel mollies where Asilium went. Just so the same thing can't happen. And now your read here is possible yard push based on what you're hearing.
Yeah, you've got some, again, you've got the smokes. Lurk smoke is there. Steel is ready to peek in.
Wow.
Perfect timing with the shot.
These
Even gets the follow-up. Dude, Steel.
This is looking
triple.
great.
If anybody's going to make it happen, I mean, Steel at this point, he's deciding, hey, I dropped 28 frags in the last match. I guess I just got to go more here. I got to just go harder. That's 2 huge rounds now for Chaos. Back-to-back. Steel showing up with the performance as well.
Now you're building a nice little bank as well.
Would we say that things are starting to look up for Chaos, or is it too early to tell?
It looks fine at the moment. The problem is just that you were in the 4-0 hole, so you've got to pretty much be almost flawless from here on out.
So there's a pressure on Chaos right now. But Mad Lions themselves, they've got to be feeling pretty good about the situation. I mean, you've had a fantastic start to the first half. That you know it's early days. Anything more that you get on the half is gravy. And so they go for the half buy here. Just a little bit of money invested in pistols, couple of nades to work with as well. And now we see, can they just go exploding out onto ramp right now? Cillian and Roy still setting up outside. They're the ones with the smokes. So the smoke's going out. Bomb making its way outside initially, at least. Yeah, that was not the best pop flash. And that's the bomb. If Cillian dies here, that's the bomb. What was the purpose of Cillian going outside like that?
Just to draw fire, presumably, but I'm not really sure what the end goal after that was.
They did put the smoke. They did put the smokes down to create the wall, right? So I guess bomb down secret and hope that you can get into the lower site. Just feels like a lot. Well, tough round there for Mad Lions. It didn't pan out the way they were hoping for, of course. And Steel just gets to feel good about himself.
I mean, that's an unlikely free Glock kill.
Bubsky gone, and on the upper site, with 30 seconds on the clock, Shush and a Glock. And now Shush and an op. And if he just runs and saves this, get out of here! Oh,
Tries
really?
to throw it away just in case.
Nah, man. Well, 15 seconds. They can't make it to you in time, dude. Just go and back off. Wow, that was the hand of Providence stepping in there. Just be like, actually, no. You're going to save the op.
And in his team in particular, there's obviously a guy who could make massive use of that right now. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, you were going to buy anyway. Now you just get the op for free overtake or...
Unreal.
Who actually hasn't gotten in the game yet.
Unreal. Wow, actually, you're right. Acor working on a secret agent.
Yeah, that feels like a bit of an unnecessary move there by Voltage. What was the point of that? You've got to be a lot more... This is an example of where I wonder if, having not played at the actual pro level, that's a bit... You're a bit irresponsible on that.
Yeah, that's a free AWP over, and now we're going to get into it. Mad Lions. It's 4-3. Mad Lions, once again. Initial nades out. Lineup isn't going to work for Voltage there, unfortunately for him. Oh, well, there you go. Monster HE onto Shush, who's even playing with fire, just standing right on the edge of that molly. And well, now Mad Lions again. Similar setup, except this time it's Acor helping Cillian set the smokes up outside. But it's a presence inside now for Mad Lions. And do you get this peak versus Vanity? But Vanity's got a Krieg. Dude, it's like it might as well be a T-side Chaos team right now. They've got 3 Kriegs on this. That's nightmare fuel for the T-side.
Yeah, it's looking like they want to do a slow ramp now.
Oh, man.
So Vanity's pulled all the way back. It's not... He really needed that second kill there. Still got the 4v3 though.
Yeah. You've got the Krieg already in position down here. Detox. Oh, perfect. There's the smoke. At what point are our teams just going to stop buying the Kriegs? You know, T-side, just stop buying the Kriegs altogether.
Definitely on certain maps I would avoid it. Like the obvious ones are Nuke, Train. These are maps where when you give the CTs the Kriegs, now it becomes like 1.5 times harder to make the same execute.
So brutal. No. Oh, the steps. Perfectly done. Roy and Cillian in position. Sick. World
Played off
hurt.
each other so well there.
And now Cam 1v3 just like that. It was looking so good for Chaos. And they lose all the Kriegs. Cillian finds the kill. They don't save a single Krieg in that situation. Chaos. That could not have gone worse.
One thing I appreciate is being as Cillian is the new man, it seems like they listen to him, like they play off each other's comms there, they actually try and play smart. You could repeat that himself.
Well, I think Cillian, he's going to have the chops. He's played with some, MSL, etc., the in-game leaders that have formed teams that have gone on to achieve. And so, if you're Mad Lions, if you're one of the players on Mad Lions right now, Cillian comes in, if he says something, not only has he got the fragging ability, but then he's also got the in-game leading aside as well, the experience. I mean, you got to listen to him.
Unfortunately, I actually do think that that was one of the main things that went against Hunden as to why his own players essentially voted him out, is he doesn't have the pedigree in CSGO of having been at the level that Mad Lions now is creeping into.
Yes.
If he'd have done it a couple of years ago and now it's his time to come back, yeah, maybe you just give him a go. His problem is he hasn't been in the position that the MSLs of the world have. So even a Cillian, who, listen, he's obviously not the most decorated player ever, this guy was playing at this level, though, for many, many years.
It is interesting. He came up with like the AZ, Kirby, Magisk, you know, kind of
the SK sort of era, yeah.
And he just kind of missed out on that boat. The others progressed on, and Cillian kind of got left out.
Yeah, his problem is the timing of when he was supposed to rise up is basically when instead it was Snappy and Heroic that came along. So he kind of got left behind that wave of players, the Valde, Snappy, those guys who all came up, Yugi, etc. Dead now, of course.
And look who's still here. Yard take from Mad Lions, 5 rounds on the board for them on the T side. Chaos trailing at 3. Chaos with the buy, light on the nades, but they've still got some smokes.
Yeah, and the problem here is everyone just gets for free to walk down secret. Like, this is what you won't see when Mad Lions is on the CT side. They do a much, much better job holding the outside.
Yeah, straight on down secret. And even with the off-angle peek, A-Core checking it, not going to find anybody.
At the moment, if you're Chaos, you actually don't know anything. You just, for all we know, I mean, Bobsky could do so much at this point in time.
Pretty sure Sick was close enough to hear the step. But now it's just, I mean, well, now obvious. It's obvious.
Not a single person down there.
And if you're Chaos, I mean, you're gambling.
You might just save
hoping.
it.
Yeah, I think save at this point, man. What are you going to do?
The problem is when this bomb goes down and the economy's like that, what's really the point in going for it?
Rinse, repeat. It didn't work out for you this round. You didn't quite get the read. And now just try and save your guns for the next one. Bubsky's out there hunting, potentially donating a Krieg. And I kind of like this from him. Just kind of sit back and find a place where you can put your back in the corner. And don't go out there and give those CT players any Kriegs. Thank you very much. That's some discipline getting shown here on Bubsky's side. One thing to note is that A-Core is still working on that 007.
Yeah, I mean, that shows you the strength of Mad Lions right there. It's about to be 6-3, T-side of Nuke, and he hasn't got a single kill. Yeah. And everyone's going to tell you he is the best player in the team.
Yeah, it's mad. Showing the depth here. So they will survive it. I mean, that's one of those rare rounds. All 10 players survived that round. That's crazy. Mad Lions just snuck right.
I will say, though, that is where they did make the rework of Nuke so different to the old one. Even though we had Secret on the original CSGO Nuke, the odds that you ever get 5 people alive as terrorist side with the bomb planted while 5 CTs are alive, it almost never will happen. But it can happen in this newer rework of the map. Obviously, they opened up a lot more opportunities for the T side. If you just happen to play off them like that on CT, you can get mispositioned sometimes. There's a nice boost.
Yeah. I wonder if they were close enough to hear it, too. Might be. In the meantime, Voltage out in yard. Aggro. Seems like they might be aware of it, though, Mad Lions. They are willing to just sit here and hold these angles.
They're waiting them out. But Chaos never seemed to want to push.
Questionable. Now we're going to start setting up with the nades. We'll see. We'll have to see if the patience plays off. It plays out here for Voltage, if it actually pays off.
I mean, they're going to push him, so let's see. There's the first for free. Okay. Oh, that was a big one. He just missed, though.
Oh, and he got out!
Wow.
Unreal. He survives it. Molly into Secret's going to force him back, but I mean, at this point, you've done your job if you're Voltage. You got that opening pick, and you've slowed them up.
You have the info, you saw at least 2 people.
And now you start to see the smokes clear in yard, and Mad Lions have not made the cross. They are vulnerable.
This is where what I would like to see, though, is people have to do something.
Perfect.
You could have locked it off, you could have pushed up, you could have taken the radio.
Great timing.
Instead, as usual, Lurker Bobsky's just creeping on through. Steel takes care of him.
Yeah, Steel was boosted that one. Thought that perhaps they were close enough to hear the boost happen, but clearly not
Next
the case.
to no time left now.
10 seconds and we get the standoff. A-Core and Shush backing off. They have money in the bank, so it's not that it's not the end of the world. but they will save the AWP, they will save the Krieg. They'll have only donated the one Krieg unless they can manage to find another one here as the time wears off. Steel finds an AK.
Like, this has now become a pretty decent game for Chaos. You've got the 4 rounds on the board, you've got a nice economy, people are actually killing people, you've countered the outside push. The problem is, 6 rounds on the board for Mad Lions. They've already basically done their T-side job. Like, anything from now on's a bonus.
Yeah, anything right now just feels really good if you're Mad Lions, and there's an opportunity here for them to just continue to break Chaos in terms of the eco.
And soon as, surely, I'm guessing on CT side, A-Core is going to wake up and start killing people. That will not continue.
What's crazy is he's still 006. Oh, straight down. Let's see, Cam.
Unfortunately, Cam's not really the player you want holding this. He's never thus far, I think, killed 2 people that pushed in on him when he was CT. But we'll see this time.
Still a chance, still a chance.
You won't expect this peak to be fair. There we go, there's a double.
Sets it up. Fantastic work, putting that AK to good use.
So Vanity hears them coming ramp.
Sick hold from Cam. Talk about showing up when your team needed you. And now Bubsky, Shush, A-Core. Last 3 alive for Mad Lions. Still trying to work together, still trying to find it. Oh, Bubsky has a chance, missed it. And that's Voltage taking down Shush.
If A-Core dies, he goes 0-7.
Does he just back off and save? Yes. Do not become the secret agent, A-Core.
You expect me to carry? No, Mr. A-Core. I expect you to die. And he did. There you go, 0-7.
Oh,
I could imagine him there just stroking a white pussy. Don't know what Moses would be doing in the Mad Lions. In their booth or whatever. But, you know. But I'm just saying, if you... Nah, actually, obviously Moses would be more like Dr. Evil, wouldn't he?
He would, come on.
Or is that Anders? Like, yes, I'll cast your event for $1 million. Oh, that's so the rumours go in the industry anyway. This should be a freebie round for obvious reasons.
We have a crash. So it looks like we'll get a tech timeout here from Mad Lions. The crash real quick. Hopefully not too long. And, well, yeah. A-Core doesn't need to be reminded perpetually that he has now become James Bond. So, never pleasant for players.
Meanwhile, Steel top fragging again.
Mm-hmm.
Second straight map. Respectable stuff. The key thing for him is, like, there's other players in the game who are in a similar position to him, like they're a better player than the team they're in, and they, you know, maybe their career could have gone this way, that way. But the difference is, in most cases, like, that is directly their fault. Like, they were a bad teammate, or they did something that annoyed someone else in the same politics, you know. In Steele's case, because he's just always forced repeatedly, like they were saying in the pre-game segment, into this, like, Sisyphean tragedy where you try and bring up a bunch of players. If any of them get good, congrats, you lose them. They go to a better team and they try and become top pros. If they're bad, well, now you're just stuck with bad players. He almost has the right mindset for this. Like, he knows he's always going to be working with the inferior players in tournaments like this. So it's not about ever thinking, like, I'm going to have the better team and I just have to play it out. It's always an uphill climb if you Steele. But that's just what being a pro is for him at this point in time. But I have to say, very admirable what he's actually done with his career in that sense.
It will always be. I mean, barring some miracle, you know, that Valve changed their mind and unbanned them. I mean,
Free Jampy.
Well, you know, free swag.
Free everyone.
Valorant, come on now. We're taking a break. And when we come back, we will get into the rest of this half. and gentlemen, from that short break, we are live with the round. So let's get right into it. Mad Lions in the lead, 6-5 on the T side of Nuke versus Chaos.
You must feel like you're right at home, right? You must feel like you just came in from outside, you finished a cigarette, you come back into this progressive house mix that was going on there. Like, you're like, what's that? 2 for 1 on Bacardi Breezers? Get them in, lads. We're going off tonight.
It's all about the claw, Duncan. It's all about the claw. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not down with the kids in that sense. Yeah, I'm going for the old school reference.
The Bacardi Breezers. Well, upper rush coming in from Mad Lions. Straight into the grinder they go.
This is already almost 2 kills already.
Oh, it's the lower bomb plant is what they were trying to get, it looks like, and it's not going to happen. Denied. A-Core caught looking the wrong way. Oh, they did get the bomb plant. My mistake. They got the bomb down. That is a huge win.
Mental,
1 kill on a bomb plant. Take that any day of the week if you're Mad Lions.
With all Glocks.
Solid. But A-Core's going to have
This is where basically the score has been Mad Lions' friend because they started 4-0. So 6-6 again. You've already done enough, but now you're going for that couple of rounds to win the half. At that point in time, if you're Chaos, obviously you're not out of it, but you're going to have to really come up with something special on this T side.
Dude, what is Vanity doing? Vanity's complimenting Shush. That's not what you do in the match. You want to be like, dude, you're trash. You don't tell the player that's beating you right now that, hey, you're so good.
This is Flashpoint. We're bringing back something that they outlawed years ago. You're allowed to abuse the other team in the World Say. You can just start typing to him.
Oh, Duncan.
Tell him you'll see him on LAN. It'll be a while.
Yeah.
Might be like a year. You've got time to go and do a Rocky montage. You can start training.
Da-da-da.
Like, I'll fuck you up on LAN. Whenever that is.
Whatever, yeah.
I mean, by then he might have even forgot about it, right?
Caveat. As far as the setup is concerned now, Mad Lions have once again made their way to Secret. And it's on Steel this time.
Vanity and Steel have to really coordinate this well.
Let's see it. Who's going to be the first line of contact? It's looking like Steel is counting on his teammate to watch his back.
He hears that. Well done.
A-Core.
2 kills and a bunch of damage. It is still fine. The problem is there was no one else down here. And now Asilion.
You saw him.
One thing they've done really well on Mad Lions, I notice, is whoever they leave as the lurker seems like they come really well with the teams. It was often Bobski and the rest of the map. Asilion now has done it a couple of times. You can tell they don't make a play solo. They definitely communicate what they're doing in that moment.
Well, they are going for it. 2-on-2 retake scenario now, and Voltage catches Bobski getting aggressive. It's all
now, Asilion won 2 big clutches that last time around. Is he really going to win yet another one? Now he's in the 1v1. He won 2 1v1s before.
Just go for the defuse!
Just go into it and kill yourself. There we go.
Oh, man.
There we go.
Cam, that was so good, though.
Now, let's keep track of that, because if Mad Lions is now going to win this series 2-0, yes, there was plenty of other rounds. There was lots of mistakes if you were Chaos, but it's going to be those Asilion clutches in your brain.
Oh, they're just going to be drilling. Yeah, we're going to take a look at it again, because that was all over the place. You called it, Duncan. Asilion, man. He's the guy you want alive.
As much as he fucked the first part up, I mean, to be fair, the door got closed on him. He timed it perfectly here, where he knows, right, I've got to kill him instantly, basically, just in time.
So clean. Poise. Poise in the high-pressure situations. Asilion coming through for the team once again. What a baller. That's 7 rounds on the board now for Mad Lions on T-side Nuke. I mean, this is a fantastic first half for the Danes. Going to keep ramping up the pressure on Chaos.
And we haven't seen Steel AWP, I think, a single round CT side of this match.
True.
Which is weird, because sometimes he has played outside. You would think he'd want the AWP at that point in time, but he's opted not to take it. I also noticed he never ever AWP'd on T side on Dust 2. He's fine to just be a rifler in that sense.
Getting into it now. He's kind of dropped off, kind of cooled off a little bit as well. 11 frags.
These are 2 must-win rounds for Chaos, it goes without saying.
Let's see. Are they capable?
A-Core hasn't got a kill in the whole game still, and they've got 70 rounds.
It's crazy, actually, that he just keeps dying. Well, eventually you think that he's going to wake up and turn the tides in his favor. I can't remember a player off the top of my head who went 0 frags in the first half. Can you remember anybody doing that recently?
At this tournament?
No, not this tournament,
oh, right.
recently. In recent memory, I can't remember somebody going 0 frags. All right, we'll see. Surely he's going to find one of them. He only finds Voltage, though.
First kill. But they've got the ramp room, unfortunately.
Let's see, Steel, his golden opportunity now. Acor leads the way. Acor dies. It is just turning into the game now. I just want to watch Acor. At some point, he's going to have to get a kill.
Yeah, I'll paraphrase one of my old jokes here, Sam. How underwhelming has Acor been 0 to 10? No, that's not a scoring system. That's actually his scoring game. That's not a rating. That's the joke.
It hurts. Shush.
Especially
Shush now in a 1v2.
The most brutal thing is, you look at the number of kills on the side of Chaos. Like, Voltage is doing well, Steel's doing fine, Six doing fine, and you've got 6 CT rounds.
Just has to stick it, and he's going to get it as well. Close enough to hear the movement in the vents.
If Shush wins this round, then God just doesn't want Chaos to ever win a map. I mean, he already sent Smoothie home.
There's the first one.
Oh, he's going to win this. He's going to win this. He doesn't have to peek.
No way. No way.
He's going to bait him out. He's trying to defuse through a smoke. What a Nuke move.
No way!
Rookie mistake. I mean, he had to go for it, sort of, but at the same time, what did he expect?
But then he just one-bullets him like that. Through the smoke. This is unreal. Shush, I mean, that's the thing. We're going to take a look at it again, because damn well, why not? Let's get into it. I mean, this is Shush's round again. What a monster.
Yeah, so there's enters a 4K and a 1v2 clutch.
Just instant. First bullet, boom.
What a great
denied.
job.
Man, Shush is, I mean, there's just...
This game really shows how deep the talent is of Mad Lions. I mean, Acor's literally not killed a single person, and they're dominating the game.
Can we just say also of Denmark in general?
Oh, of course. It's
Like,
crazy.
It's bonkers, the fact that they just keep cranking out top-tier talent. All right, here we go. Man advantage, just a very quick round here at the end for Mad Lions. Straight out onto upper. We haven't seen this kind of rush from them yet.
A huge 2v2 that Chaos must win. So there's the 2v1. This time it's Bobski. Right. Finally, they win one.
All right. They get it to go their way. But that was... I mean, it's just, once again, a demonstration here. Danish CS, a thing to be feared. But we are going to be taking a very quick break now before we get into the second half, so don't go anywhere. A quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be in the action.
This guy's just trying to show off how expansive his record collection is, isn't he?
Dude, he's not even
trying to go over.
Talking with them too. You know, you can't use anything that's licensed, so he's got to go out and find this music too to be able to put it on the stream. I mean, props to our audio man. And well, let's get into it because it's looking like Chaos aren't going to waste too much time here in the pistol round. And well, no, they are not. Roy already finds a headshot on Steel. That's one man down for Chaos. Mad Lions looking to start off strong in the second half. Odds from our sponsor Pinnacle as well. Chaos, understandably, the underdog. Oh, does he got it pinned? He does have him pinned. Roy's taking Cam as well, so he has definitely gotten both kills out in the yard, and there it is. Acor's on the board!
It's here. There's 2.
Let's get it. Gotta get that third. Gotta get that third.
Leave it for Acor. Let him rush.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that he just stays at 1 kill, and then that's it. Just doesn't die again, but doesn't get another kill again. Just ends 111. That's not meant to be. Not meant
and obviously, because we were nowhere near a bomb plant, you don't even get that scenario where you can do a hero buy. So this is going to be an uphill challenge for Chaos, no doubt about that. I feel bad for them as well, because the few rounds that they are into the game and they're in a position where they're winnable, that's where we get these hero clutches out of Mad Lions every time.
Yeah, it's been the Asilian and Shush.
Because I'm with the analysts, like on paper, Chaos probably should have won that first map. And then in this particular game, this could have been like a 10-5 CT half, a couple of rounds go the wrong way.
All it took was a couple of clutch rounds from Asilian. You pointed it out, and it's totally true. A couple of big rounds from Asilian, and we're looking at a totally different result on Dust 2. Instead, it is going to be Mad Lions fighting back in this round, 4-4. Chaos getting into that lower site, though. Acor gets the body shot. Now he's at risk of getting overwhelmed. Has to hope his teammate Bubsky is going to be here to watch his back.
They're not going to look at Bubsky's position, though.
Yeah, there's the bait.
You see how well they played it, though? He could have just repeated in that, but he tries to bait him in.
Oh, clever. Opening the door with the pop flash.
This is so well done.
Let's get in there. 3-on-3 retake. Acor finds a kill on Vanity. Smoke goes down on the bomb. There's voltage going down. It's all on Sick. 1v3. As soon as they figure out where he's playing from, it's going to be lights out, and the bomb is getting defused as well. Sick can't even spot for it.
Yeah.
Save the Kevlar. Hope that you just survive the round at this point. It's looking like it. Oh, and he doesn't manage that either.
Oh, of all the times to die as well.
That's a heartbreaker one. I mean, you really just hope that he's going to survive. Keep the Kevlar and CZ at least. Well, 10 rounds, double digits on the board now for Mad Lions.
And you got a rough call, actually, if you're on the Chaos side here. I might even have taken a time out here to discuss this. Like, what are we really going to do here? Just a deagle buy? Okay, so we've got pistols. Very mild. I mean, we've got 4 smokes. 3 now. 2 smokes gone already.
This has to be some kind of set. Well, we got the smokes going out into yard right now, trying to create a bit of an awkward spot. 3 smokes in yard. Shush getting wall banged. But Chaos, there was a gap in the smoke because there was a Molotov down, and so they intentionally put the Molly down to block up, to mess up that smoke wall. And so Mad Lions right now have all the info. They know that nobody has gone past in yard. They can focus their attentions fully on the upper site right now. And you can see the rotation coming through now as well. Acor, he's just kind of heading. He's still around in yard. He's actually not rotated off just yet. It's Bubsky going for the body block.
On him.
Unreal. Let's see it. Steel getting run over.
This is so well done at the moment. Should be all of them.
Bonkers. Get out of here. All right, Acor.
That was very nicely done, yeah. One of the things, actually, that I wonder from watching Chaos thus far is this is where I get the feeling that playing against NA teams has given them a different expectation, because sometimes I feel like they expect that they can just sit back and then the other team's just going to push into them inexplicably, or a player's going to push up looking for info and they're going to get that free kill, but you never get... They give you nothing, Mad Lions.
Apart from that. But you're right. A little bit of discipline on Mad Lions is making a lot of the difference right now. And Acor's got an AWP in his hands, and we'll get to see. Does he start to get some kills there towards the end of that first half? Now's his time to shine.
Right, they've got the guy into the secret. It wasn't spotted whatsoever here, Roy.
Bubsky again. A little bit of pressure on him. But let's see. I mean, Steel has been pretty consistently trying to get down secret this whole time. Close enough to hear oh, well, never mind. Steel is dead. So Acor holding outside and CT spawn finds that opening pick. Roy still around here, so Acor can rotate over to try and help out on ramp.
See, whenever you're watching the POV of the Chaos players, there's nothing for them. They're never getting presented anything.
Oh, wow.
No one's taking a duel against them.
They even set up the smoke in yard on secret, trying to bait him in. Unfortunately for Roy, nobody's left here. It's Chaos just grouping up now.
Just the info from that is immense, though. I mean, they haven't heard anything ramp, so
but
we know
Acor
eventually it's going to be this bust.
Acor is slow to rotate. Okay, now he's heading over to the upper side. But before then, it was very calm. We have to see. There it is. Manages to chime in, gets picked up
What a huge kill by
Sick.
Sick.
And that's it.
1v2. But he's going to make the sound when he picks this up. Sounds like Bobski didn't hear him. It's a subtle sound, to be fair. 1v1.
Yeah,
Asilion has won a lot of every 1v1, let's be real.
Yes, he has. So let's see it now. 20 seconds does not leave Chaos, does not leave Vanity a whole lot of time to play with right now. And if he starts running, Asilion's going to hear him. Yeah, there it is. So now he knows. Asilion knows it's on the lower site. Very quickly.
This is
The
fine,
thing is that Vanity knows as well. So now Vanity's left with the 50-50. Which side's going to be? Oh, he hears the footsteps there as well. So this is really going to be big.
Yeah. Creek should not lose to an M4 here.
There it is. Especially when you're trying to get clever with the nades. That's the thing. I saw Asilion had nades, and I'm like, is he going to try and use those nades? Is this what's going to cost him? And yeah, sure enough. So 11-8, Mad Lions. They just got smacked around a little bit that round. It's actually putting them in an awkward spot economically. They don't have money for a full buy. And we may see a round of eco coming out here from Mad Lions, or at least a half buy, you know, just some deagles. And then Chaos. This is their chance now to start getting some momentum going their way. Could get into double digits here. Ah, I like it. All of the HEs. Let's go. Bombardment.
But look at this push, though.
Man, Cam survives with 1 HP. That's unreal. Yeah. Very quick round. Very quick round. Cam survives with 1 HP. That could have been a fantastic round for Mad Lions. They still get 1 off of pretty much a hard eco, so it's not too shabby. But now we're going to get into it. Bubsky drops the AWP for A-Core, and we should have a fully bought up Mad Lions going into this 21st round. So 11-9, Mad Lions on the CT side looking good.
And I wonder if we're actually going to see some full commitment to outside play by Chaos here. Not just go down, not just hang around waiting until 30 seconds to go up. Let's actually control the outside area.
Oh, there
the amount of damage he was doing through there was ridiculous.
Yeah, still trying to get that vent drop going, but the defense too solid. Mad Lions not going to get caught off guard, and now Sick, I mean, looks like we're going to get a little bit of a play here at ramp, and now it's on Asilion. But that smoke goes down impeccably timed, and it just shuts the door on Chaos. They don't even want to go through.
Right, and there's obviously this guy outside knows there's nothing at the moment.
So two in ramp rather.
And then Roy's going to try the flank.
This is big.
Oh,
Roy's
the timing is so good for this as well. Because even if they attack the upper now, like they're going to, he's going to be the guy who's got a way quicker rotation time than you expect, and that's the bomb. So there you go, Roy. Bombs down. Asilion and him coming from behind. So even if this first guy kills Asilion, it doesn't actually matter. Roy, in theory, if he plays this correctly, gets this kill. That's both.
Unbelievable!
See, those are the sorts of players where you can tell that they come very well in Mad Lions. Like, they just told exactly whatever info you needed very quickly. You do the appropriate response, and it makes the round look easy. Whereas if you were the guys on kill, so you had a chance there, of course.
You did.
There's a window wide open.
Oh, it's so painful. Or you think there's just a moment there for them to make it work. A little bit of overextension there on the upper defense as well, peeking into Squeaky. That ended up bringing it much further back in the way of Chaos. But Mad Lions, again, you expect to see that regimented form of play from the Danes. That's kind of the hallmark, especially when they have, you know, Astralis to look up to. They've had such fantastic teams in Denmark. I mean, at what point we had what, like 3 competing Danish teams in the top of the pack? So I mean,
if you remember, the craziest period ever was actually that period when the heroic line with Glaive first came along, when there was 3, like you said, there was 3 teams that legitimately could have been top 10 in the world.
Yeah.
And that's also one of the reasons, actually, to touch on the Mad Lions topic, as to why I think that people being surprised that we found this talent is a bit off. It's more that the last generation of Danish talent didn't quite make it. You know, the Yugis of the world, those players like Nico, they were like decent players, but they never made the Astralis jump up. So it made people think, oh, is the Danish scene only Astralis and Valde? It definitely is not. I mean, just for IGLs, they've got the best in the world, and now you're seeing across all the roles. That's the crazy thing about Mad Lions. Like, Bobsky, in theory, has been somewhat quiet in these games. Every time you see him on the camera, he does exactly the right play.
there's real depth to this Mad Lions team. They are looking so powerful so far this tournament.
And remember, Asilian was playing the ramp last round. They're switching this up. Roy was playing outside most of the game. There's another thing. How are you supposed to, if you're Steel, how are you supposed to game plan against the defense when it's a different defender there as the last round that you read? They're going to see this, but they don't
Close
mind.
enough to get punished. No, Steel can't quite hunt it. Wow, that smoke goes down. And now what do? Roy's rotated out with the Krieg in the yard. He could take... Whoa, Steel!
That was nice. That was big time.
100% you think that Krieg is just going to dominate, and now what are you doing here? Mad Lions at risk. Shush, of course, gets his, but oh, and he gets 2 as well. Naturally, the A-Core chimes in, and it's A-Core now, 1v2. They know where he's playing from, but the bomb is there. 30 seconds left. Oh, he dodges that damage somehow. Get out of here. A-Core now coming in the clutch. Everybody can do everything on this team.
We haven't had many clutches won by Chaos, so can they win another one? This guy's got the AWP, he's got the bomb, he's going to get the plant. Sadly, he's probably going to second guess himself a second while he plants it. He's going to waste a bit of time, which is going to give A-Core a chance, in theory, to sneak in. Because unfortunately, I don't think this is the first place you're going to check. You're going to check outside, you're going to look above you, and this might just be a kill in the back.
He has no way of knowing that A-Core is here. In the meantime, A-Core spots him and gets him in the back. Unbelievable.
Another clutch lost,
and he
unfortunately.
gets the Dragon Lore too, so, because why not, you know?
See, now that we've got a little bit down to
oh, shit!
he also has 9 kills just on this half, by the way, because remember, he had 0 in the first half.
There it
this is where, by the
NT,
way,
buddy, NT.
Sadly, Shush didn't get the last kill on that way. He was just cleaning up above that hut, because if this had been like a Sadikist cast round, he would have been like, Caster, stop talk, because Shush, he leaves us all speechless. He'd do some sort of wordplay like that, I feel like.
And then you throw up a little bit in your mouth and just move on.
Is that what he does? What, move on to a racing car game? Oh, you meant me.
Oh,
right,
yeah,
okay.
that's it.
My mistake.
I'm happier that the guy actually took the time to go for an NT tag on that one.
That was good. That was a little bit of BM.
That was good. I like that. That 1v1 clutch and just got completely outplayed.
Yeah, it's just rough, some of the duels they've been in these scenarios, because it's not like they're misplaying these 1v1s. The guy making the win is just making the play.
The issue.
And also, by the way, how are people going to talk trash on Asilian, where not only is he called a great T-side on a couple of these maps, but then he's winning all the clutches, the 1v1s. Hunderman's not winning those 1v1s. If you see Hunderman alive in a 1v2, you know it's probably over, unfortunately. You think, right, next round, let's get onto that. You start thinking ahead. Asilian's looking great, and I'll tie it to what you said earlier. It's probably because he has the poise. Like, the players he's playing against, except for Steel, and to some degree Sick, are basically noobs at this level. Like, they've never been actual, this kind of scale of tournament, this level of opposition. I mean, I know the other Mad Lions players are inexperienced, but if you're a Cillian, you know in this game, all you have to do is just hold your nerve. Everyone else is going to be panicking around you.
All over the place. Nastiness here. Voltage found one, but it's just brutal now. Mad Lions going to get up to 14 rounds. We're on 1 round off of match point. And so, now we get to see what Chaos are capable of. They've got Voltage with the AWP. He's been hitting shots. Steel. All right, Krieg on Steel. So, now we see. Yard hasn't panned out. Quick ramp, quick upper rush maybe?
And just like the first map, it's not like Chaos is getting mega out-fragged. But when you actually see the execution of the rounds, Mad Lions just look way cleaner, way more coordinated.
There's the first one. Oh, tries to turn around. Steel takes down Roy as well. Dangerous for Bubsky. Oh, this is all over the place. Looks like Mad Lions were really trying to force it here with the aggression, and Chaos get the punish. 3 players survived the round for Chaos, and that looked very good indeed.
That round looked awesome. I mean, almost every duel, someone from Chaos won.
But that's a tough one. That's a bit of a write-off round, because what are you can't replicate Chaos, or you can't replicate Mad Lions trying to push you everywhere at once.
This also feels like just like the first map again, where Mad Lions had the big scoreboard lead, and then they were just close enough to a win that if you're Chaos, you almost can't put a foot wrong at all in these rounds. You can't afford to lose one every now and then.
Door remains unbroken. A-Core on upper right now. Point blank sort of scenario with this AWP.
Cillian back to Ram.
Oh, there it is. Through the smoke. Because why not?
Man alive. Goes without saying you couldn't afford that to happen. If Roy gets this kill here, this is just too much for me.
Oh, this is out of hand. Steel playing it carefully. Asilian up close as well.
This round right now, even though they've lost a man, is basically the game for Chaos for me. If they lose this round, I feel like it's just over for them.
Oh, they're toast. This is a force buy from Mad Lions as well, keep in mind. So Incendiary's going to be forcing him back.
Bubsky gets killed and survives. Gets out completely.
Getting picked apart right now, Chaos. And this is Mad Lions this time.
And this is probably where you flank behind them. Oh, Sick.
Sick is here.
If you can get even one nice kill here and stay alive.
Oh no, Voltage missing that shot. Bubsky finds Steel as well, and it's all on Sick now. 1v4. 44 seconds on the clock. Bomb dropped in secret, and now Roy's even got an AWP.
And then we see on the right there.
Did he just see him? Can they not catch a break, Chaos?
That's actually Semler's outfit that he's wearing right now on the right there. It's just hung up. He's wearing the yellow hat with the hazmat gear.
Yeah, definitely worried about it. Oh man,
it's not even like you're going to be able to do much with this gun either.
No, just save the Krieg and hope. I mean, now your money is somewhat in tatters if you're Chaos.
You have to buy anyway. So let's see. Then again, though, I will say it's not the end of the world if you're Chaos, because it doesn't feel like you've been able to get much out of your utility in this game anyway. It's mainly just been about literally just fragging people with the AK. That's what's winning around. So,
well, it's hoping that Mad Lions push into you like in the last round. Mad Lions, you know, it's you're ahead. You're like, oh, we can afford to get aggressive. Let's just try to end it right now. And Chaos were ready for it and punished.
Yeah, look at the money on Steel and Cam here.
Yeah, it's not pretty. They don't have a whole lot to work with right now.
And like a good IGL, Steel goes for full utility first.
Oh, there it is, the full buy. Let's get it.
All right, Voltage or Sick. Who's going to be a hero here?
It's got to be on Voltage. He's got the op. Door getting nailed.
If you remember,
Acor's got the angle now.
He had it for free through the smoke last time.
Yeah.
So they're already going down.
Oh, and this is going to be an explosive ramp play. Looks like it. Straight out through ramp. Asilian finally going to get some action. He's going to get caught sleeping. Did they spot him? Looks like it. There it is. Lining him up. Double kill for Asilian. He hears the third as well. Just going to go for that. Takes his time. Cam does manage to wall bang him down. And Steel catches Roy getting aggressive.
We've got a 3v3 still.
So low on HP.
Got to get to some of these guns, though.
And that's your guy with the most HP gone. This has definitely got to be it. Vanity, 1v3 now. Has the bomb. Catches Shush rotating. Still a chance now. 1v2 is totally feasible. And he's got the read as well. He knows that they're both lower sight, and so he is going to be able to get the bomb planted on the upper.
Bomb has been planted.
But he's only got 16 HP.
So, okay, is he going to hear this? Unfortunately, I don't think he's even going to hear the ladder now.
Wow, talk about being out there.
That's unfortunate. He was obviously gambling. The guy comes from ramp and he gets the first kill, makes it a 1v1. Now he himself has to re-enter the site. So there's the game.
Bubsky with the headshot, and there's the GG's getting called.
All things considered, I actually thought Chaos, bearing in mind they lost the series 0-2, they had some play in it.
Yeah.
They did what they could. That's just what happens when you play as a real team. I mean, I was so impressed with the two-man game of the players on Mad Lions. Anytime they had to work off each other, the coordination looked fantastic.
Yeah, you can tell that they have been. Keep in mind, again, it's worth mentioning. This is essentially a LAN. We're playing the matches online now because we can't use the studio due to the lockdown, but the players are still on location together. It's pretty much just a non-stop boot camp for the players. Players whole teams like Mad Lions who have a coach, who have a system. I expected to see them keep getting better and better. They're on a boot camp the entire time.
And by the way, anyone who was critical, understandably, of Asilian being added to the squad was the right move. This game looked great. Like, what are you even going to say in this one? He looked awesome. Yeah, listen, we all loved Hunden. He was like a family pet. But you have to take old Yeller out behind that woodshed sometime and move on. We've got a new Poppy here. Well, even then, Asilian's not really a Poppy. He's more like one that just kept pissing on the floor. But it's like, we can train him. It's all right.
Yeah,
we can bring him back.
We'll see if he learns. Duncan's going to get on that. And before that, we're going to take a break and hear what the analysts have to say right after this. So, see you guys later.